Hello everyone! Every now and then I like to dig deep on Amazon and see what fountain pens I might find, preferably from brands I haven't tried before. Well, this was exactly the case on a rainy October day when I stumbled across this fountain pen. This is the Hugo Boss Elemental gun and I have the honor of presenting it to you today. Let me start by telling you that I had no idea that Hugo Boss made fountain pens. I chose this particular one because I like the textured surface. Just look at it from up close, it is so interesting. So, if you are curious to see what this pen has to offer, stick with me until the very end. Before we dive in, I would like to thank you for being on my channel. I hope that we can build a strong community of fountain pen lovers and discover many wonderful writing instruments together. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to do that now. It only takes a couple of seconds, but it helps me create further useful content for you. Hit that tiny bell as well so that you can be notified instantly when a new video is up. Of course, comments are welcomed and much appreciated. I love hearing from you guys and I will gladly answer any questions you might have. Enough with this, let's check out the pen. First and foremost, the packaging. The fountain pen came in a simple but tasteful black box. On the black sleeve that covers it, we can see the famous Hugo Boss logo. The box has a magnetic flap, and here is the inside. Nothing special, nothing fancy, but it serves its purpose. And there is also a small certificate of authenticity. The fountain pen seems to have a 2-year warranty for all manufacturing defects. Now, let's move on to the pen itself. As I mentioned in the beginning, the textured metallic surface was the first thing that drew me to this pen. I absolutely love metallic fountain pens and am always eager to try a new one. The herringbone pattern is definitely appealing. The entire fountain pen is made from brass with this dark gunmetal plating, which gives it a modern industrial look. And thanks to this very specific etching, you get a unique sensory experience just holding the pen. And naturally, the use of brass as a material ensures its durability, or at least I think so. Let's take a look at the cap. The cap has the same textured surface as the rest of the pen, also made from brass. The gunmetal finish is consistent with the rest of the body. Here is the finial. It is quite simple. It does not have ornamental or decorative elements. It appears slightly rounded, but I like it. There is no logo or emblem on top. It is rather minimalist. The texture of the finial is smooth and polished, and so is the clip, which is perfectly aligned with the rest of the body. The clip is quite sturdy. I really like how it looks and how it feels. And here at the base of the cap we can see a brass ring with the Hugo Boss logo. The simple black contrasts really well with the textured surface. The cap snaps off without any issues, and I'm not sure if you can see it, it also has a plastic liner inside. Naturally, the plastic liner is meant to protect the nib from damage, as well as to reduce the risk of the ink drying out when the pen is not used. A very important note, this is one of the heaviest pen caps I have ever seen. I will show you in a bit how much it weighs so that you can see for yourself. And while the cap can be posted, I would not recommend it as it will throw off the balance of the pen, and then the pen will feel anything but comfortable in the hand. You can see already I'm trying to hold it and the back weight throws everything off. The barrel is also made from brass with the same etching on the surface and the elegant gunmetal finish. And I think there is another advantage to this surface in the sense that it will not show any fingerprints or smudges. This is pretty cool. The bottom of the barrel matches the finial, being a bit rounded at the bottom. As the barrel is also made from brass, you might notice that the pen already has a bit of back weight. This is the reason why I would not recommend posting the cap, as you will definitely feel the pen being off balance. Let me show you again. So I am trying to hold it straight, but I am making an effort. If I relax my hand, the pen definitely goes with the back weight. So here is the grip section made from polished brass and quite a comfortable one. I did not feel that it was slippery or uncomfortable. Overall, I really like how the pen feels in the hand. What about the nib? The fountain pen has a stainless steel nib, in my case a broad, and the nib has a line pattern as decoration, nothing special. But I think that the simple nib matches the minimalist style to perfection. The feed is made from plastic and serves its purpose, nothing special here. Well, in terms of writing, this is not a wet writer, but it does a good job. I would have wanted for the nib to be a bit more polished, to glide better on paper. And honestly, it does not feel like a broad at all. It rather feels like a medium, but it does not write too badly. I think it would be a good choice for everyday writing. It does not have any issues in terms of alignment and flow, and there are no scratches or feedback to worry about. And in terms of ink capacity, I have been using cartridges as it did not come with a converter. From what I have seen online, there are original converters available. We'll have to see whether it is worth investing in one or not. And there are also third-party converters that will likely work, but I must do a bit of research on this. Let's see some measurements. So we are close to 15.5 with the cap posted. Sorry, with the cap on. And without the cap at 13.5. I can tell you this is not a very big pen. It rather has a comfortable size. But let's see the weight. This is more important. So, time to see how much it weighs. So, with the cap posted, we are at almost 52 grams. And let me show you the cap because this is quite interesting. This is a cap that almost has 26 grams. So you can imagine what happens when I post this cap, how much weight I have at the back, and how difficult, in my opinion, it will be to write comfortably like this. Without the cap, the pen is long enough for a good writing session. How about a size comparison as well? So, this is the Hugo Boss Elemental gun. Next to my S-Vine J16. Next to my Visconti Van Gogh. And how about the Narwhal Nautilus? And just one more. Let's see something smaller. The Scrivener fountain pen. So you can see it is not a very big pen, but not a small one either. My only issue lies in the cap. As you have seen, it can affect the overall balance of the fountain pen when posted. Here we are at the writing test. I have a standard black ink cartridge from Faber-Castell, and I want to show you how it writes. So this is Hugo Boss Elemental gun. With a broad nib. This is actually quite a fine writer, but as I said, I have a feeling that a bit of nib grinding or polishing would definitely improve it. It glides very well on paper. Let me show you from up close. No issues in this department. And I think that for everyday writing, it does an excellent job. So let's see some pros, because we all like pros and cons. Made from brass, which means that it will stand the test of time, and it also has a solid feel. The textured metallic surface. This is the herringbone pattern. This is, in my opinion, one of the strong points of these fountain pens. Industrial look, minimalistic as well. The gunmetal color is also a strong point. Less prone to cracking. And less visible fingerprints or smudges. Overall, this is a good everyday writer. Let's see some cons. This is heavier than other pens. Which some people might find tiring, especially with longer writing sessions. When cap is posted, the pen holds too much back weight. Which naturally means it will not feel comfortable to write with it. The nib is not that well polished. Would definitely benefit from an upgrade, from some grinding or polishing to actually feel like a broad. At the moment it feels like medium to me. There is also the question of durability long term. We'll have to see the pen to test it, to see how it functions long term. And last but not least, some people have said that the grip area might feel a bit cold, but this is only at the beginning. Once you get started with writing, now it feels quite warm. And who knows, maybe you don't like it warm. This is also a matter of preference. So, we have our pros and cons, we have our features, we talked a bit about the pen. My opinion, if you like metallic fountain pens, then you should give this particular one a try. I really like the textured surface and the gunmetal color, and I think that this herringbone pattern gives the pen an industrial sleek look. In terms of performance, you get exactly what you should expect. A good everyday writer with no pretensions of superiority. I would love to have that nib taken care of and then report back to you with an update. But let's not forget that this is a fountain pen made by a fashion brand. Keeping our expectations in check is a must in this case. All I can say is that I enjoyed writing with it. It was a very fun experience and one which I certainly would like to repeat. Let me show you the fountain pen once again from up close. It really is a fun thing to glide with your finger over this surface. This is the nib. Simple and unpretentious. And this is the cap. So, here we are at the end of the video, wiser than before, at least I know I am, as at this moment I know that fashion brands sometimes design fountain pens as well. The Hugo Boss Elemental Gun was an interesting choice. I am glad I gave it a try. This is the part where I remind you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to be part of my community and I would love to hear whether you have tested this pen or not. Drop a comment about it, maybe you have questions or thoughts on this pen. That's it for today. I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are in the world. Bye guys, and remember, until next time, keep your pens inked.